Should you be stacking this type of silver? Let's talk about it. Hey, doing everybody, welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Today I wanted to talk about a different type of silver that a lot of people within the stacking community buy, and they really like this stuff. And so this is actually a brand new shipment that just came in, and I'm actually very excited to reveal just what is exactly inside these bubble wrapped burrito looking things. Very, very cool pieces, to say the least. I commissioned an artist, I would say about maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, to produce some of these hand-poured silver statues, if you will. And the thing is, with poured silver, you can essentially get about just anything that you want. And there are quite a few people, enthusiasts, if you will, within the stacking community that just absolutely love poured silver. There are a lot of channels that many of you probably follow pour their own silver. It's something that I never got into personally, but here it is. I'm very excited. Hopefully it's not damaged. There's some very fragile pieces with these statues. And essentially what these are from the custom series that I created, American Gangsters. And the first in the series was Al Capone. And any of you that are into, anything like that's Prohibition era and mafia related, if you like Boardwalk Empire, anything like that, then this is probably something that you would like. So this is the Al Capone statue here. You can see his weapon of choice there, which was the 45 millimeter. It says Al Capone right there. He's got the cigar in his mouth, smiling. And I'll try to zoom in a little bit just so you can see the actual scar on his cheek. You can see the three-piece suit. He's got his trench coat, high level of detail. Each is individually stamped from the maker, which is Gold Spartan. You could follow him on Instagram. But these are awesome. Those of you that missed these when I first sold them, I would say about a month ago, they have a mintage of up to 100. And so this next batch, I sold through the first 10 within the first night. So the next batch is 11 through 15. I'm going to be keeping number 11 over on my desk over here on display. Those of you that are familiar with the channel, you know that I've got a thing for all things mafia related as I bang into the tripod. So I've got these gangster coins that sit up there that usually you can see, and I will now be adding Al Capone, and the most recent installment of the series is going to be none other than Lucky Luciano, and they did a great job with this. This is the first time I'm seeing Lucky Luciano just kind of chill with his hand in his pocket there. He's got a martini glass, if you can see in there. He's got the little cigarette in between his fingers. Says Lucky on the bottom. This happens to be number 6. Each of these statues are about 3 ounces. So the next gangster in the series is going to be pretty awesome. And you can see, we're trying to get them to scale. Al Capone, a little heavier in the midsection, trying to keep them all to 3 ounces each. So here they are side by side. And we'll get a couple other gangsters. Some might be 4 ounces because I have some ideas on what to do with these. But these are actually done very, very well. And this is going to actually be a great success on tomorrow night's stream, no doubt. By the way, I stream every Tuesday night on YouTube every 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. Lots of numismatic stuff, lots of cool things. While I do have to get these all unpacked, this is what I also wanted to reveal to all of you. This is made by Spectres. Spectres is a design firm and a mint that actually they made, well, I shouldn't say mint, I should say they are a design firm, and they have been minting and making their own items. They were involved with the design of this series here, the very popular revolver, and the Magnum, the 45, which a lot of people are familiar with. And so they actually started making their own, and they said, hey, Matt, if we send you this next coin, will you give us a very honest opinion? So I said, sure, why not? And so here is my honest review of this particular coin. And I figured this would go well because it's going with my whole mobster type of theme. Now, this is known as the Kiss of Death. These are the brass knuckles, and I believe that's supposed to be Lucky Luciano there. The case, the box, little firm, little hard to, that's what she said, little hard to open, but still not a problem. All right, so this is the Kiss of Death, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. This is number 240 out of 1,920. Here you could see the mobsters beside their automobile getting into what looks like a gunfight. And I did sell some of these pre-sale to my Discord group. Here are the specifications on the back. It says that it's 2 ounces. You know, gives some more, 1,920 pieces, 3/9's fine, francs. So let's take a look at the actual coin. So there is the coin. This is the brass knuckles again. This is 2 ounces, right? Isn't that what I said, 2 ounces? Yeah, 2 ounces. Let's get all up in that right there. You can see Lucky Luciano there. Let me try to zoom in here with the camera. And there's a lot going on here. You can see here the image from the front of the COA right here. You can see right with the gangsters there in a gunfight. You can see them right there in a gunfight. Here you could see it looks like the bootleggers are loading up the liquor during Prohibition era. Here you've got Lucky Luciano with the Tommy gun in the foreground. And I believe it says, maybe it doesn't. I don't know if it says it. Let's see at the top. What is this? The Cotton Club, right? And there you got what looks like to be law enforcement. And I'll get to this part in a minute. I don't know how I feel about that. But antiqued, ultra high relief. Looks like some flapper girls up there as well. And then when we turn it over on the opposite side there, you got King Charles. And let's see, let's zoom in a little bit more. Happy days are, what is that? Our beer again. A little pun on that slogan there. High level of detail. If you zoom in real close, you can see essentially all of the headlines from back in the day. Here you can see again the distillers pouring out the booze. Republic de Cameroon, 2,000 francs. King Charles III. All right, and you got all of the signs protesting, we want beer. A lot going on here. Very cool piece. So what are my thoughts, though, overall on this thing as I try to zoom out? And all right, so a couple of things. One, I think this is a cool piece. I think they did a really nice job. And I want to thank Spectres, again, for sending this to me. But now here's my honest opinion. And I did speak to them briefly about this before, and they indicated to me as to why this is. But I said, why did you leave this as a solid coin and not put holes into the coin? And they had indicated that there was a reason being for customs, that it would either get flagged or there would be an issue if they had these holes within the coin. Now, I'm going to ask them in the future, and actually probably in a little bit, actually once I stop recording this video, but I'm going to ask them, you know, why exactly can you not have holes in this particular coin? Because again, you know, there's this coin here. This is the Billy the Kid coin, Outlaws. It has the bullet holes in it. You know, no issue there. The gangster coins here have that bullet hole in it. So I don't think anybody would be able to say that this coin can really be used as a weapon. If this had the 4 holes there, unless you're a pygmy or an elf or a leprechaun, there's no way you're really going to be able to use something this small as a weapon. So I'm going to have to ask them again as to why that is. Now, I'm not a fan of colorized coins either. I understand why they did the colorized beer there. And I think, you know, it being that they can't have the holes in here due to customs, then what else could you have done? And I guess really that's essentially all you really could have done to suggest that this is related to alcohol and that it's the brass knuckles. But I still would have liked to have seen something different. I would have liked to have seen the holes in here, or for them to kind of come up with another way to get that done, because I think this coin, if I'm going to speak 100% honestly with Spectres, I think it could have done better or would have had a little bit more of a demand if in fact there were holes in here. And again, their hands might be tied. They might not have been able to due to customs from what I understand. But again, I mean, it's too small to, you know, I don't know. I'm going to have to ask them. Now, would I, you know, suggest you buy this? I mean, if you're a collector, if you like all things Prohibition era and you're into the 1920s and 30s type of, you know, genre and that whole scene, then yeah, I think this could be a really cool piece to add to your collection. Should you stack this? Should you stack these types of things? No, those are for collectors. But after a while, what you will see is you're going to start getting bored of just stacking for weight. And so you're going to start looking into getting other items that would fit your taste. So this might be one of them. Or you might have somebody who is into this genre, and you might, you know, pick this up as a gift. I think this is masterfully done. I think that Spectres did a really nice job on this coin. If I were to give this on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate this? I would go with a 7.2, kind of like the Dave Portnoy of pizza. I'm going to go with a 7.2 on this coin. Again, I would have rated it higher if we were able to punch the holes through this coin and not have it colorized. But other than that, getting all the different historical elements to it, I think that they did a really nice job. So I'm going to go with the 7.2. I would buy this if it's something that you're looking to add to your collection, but not necessarily something to stack. And again, none of these pieces are something that you're stacking. You're not stacking this type of stuff. But I got this to put in my collection. I'm going to be adding it to the whole gangster type of vibe that I got going on in the background there. Rotate some stuff out. I think that, again, Spectres did a great job. Check them out on Instagram. Let them know that I sent you. 7.2, that's a really good rating in my opinion. Spectres, thanks again for sending this off to me. And guys, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this coin?